Welcome back, everyone. And I do mean everyone. It's Forgotten Circus. So it's Sunday. It's a good day. House of the Dragon. Episode 5 dropped. And it was amazing. Yet again, this show delivers every single episode. And it's weird how some of the episodes I do not like, but I love. You know what they say, you ain't gotta like it, but you gotta love it. Well, there's certain things in there. So this is gonna be my spoiler review. So you can see in the opening scene, like, poor Corliss, he looks broken. Rhaenys, his wife, his bride, the queen that never was, is gone. The one last thing he was holding on to besides his grandchildren is gone. It's like all the OGs are just disappearing from the Valerian family. And I felt him for that, but And that whole scene when they brought Maylee's head through, I think they were thinking about the Greens, that is, because they're dumb. They're coming through and dragging Maylee's head, and everybody's like, dude, that's a bad omen. What do you like? And then you got the one dude that's like, I thought the dragons were gods. So now you got the city folk, the common folk, the peasants, looking at it like, wait a second. And why are they ruling? And it wasn't the type of pep rally that they were expecting, put it that way, when they came through. Everybody looked like, what are we doing? Is this what it's coming to? Dragons are fighting dragons now? Does it mean our families are going to die? I did like that emotion they showed in that scene. So, yeah. And then the thing is, why are the rat catchers still, like, hanging? Like, it's almost like Aegon was like, yeah, whatever, just leave them up. See what happens. Eventually the rope will rot and break, I guess. But yeah, so, and then they're bringing Aegon through. And everybody knows what's up. I mean, they can't really see into it, but everybody was like, wait, was this really a victory, or what is going on here? I understood that part from, like, the peasants, the help perspective. But yeah, it was pretty odd that they're carrying, like, this case along with the dragon. They're like, well, shouldn't Aegon be flying over with wait, is it Dreamfire? Well, no, that's Helena's dragon. But Sunfire? No, something's a little off. But yeah, so, and then, like, they're bringing him up the steps in King's Landing, the Bright Keep or whatever. They're bringing him up the steps. And Helena's just sitting there. And this is one of the G moments from Helena. She's just sitting there on the wall. She's like, yeah, maybe if y'all actually listen to me, I could have prevented a lot of stuff. But she still looks concerned. And every time this actress is portraying Helena, like, I can't imagine. Like, I've read the book Fire and Blood. And she is just bringing so much life to Helena. And kudos to you. Because Helena, every time she comes on, it like sets the mood. Every time she comes on screen, the mood, like, gets calming, which I do like. So, but yeah, they show Aegon. Yo, he got torn up. Yeah, I don't know what degree Vagar Flames is, but yeah. And they showed it, like, just like in the books. So I'm going to be doing some books and stuff. I'm going to be all over the place. It's my review, So the way they were trying to pull the Valerian still across, that it was grotesque, but it's like, okay, you read it in the book, you heard what happened, and then you saw it. And I was like, I had to look away a couple times. I was like, oh my gosh, it literally fused to his skin, which was insane. So, I say so a lot. My bad. Yeah. But, like, great makeup. I like the makeup, like, on his face, the half-burnt face, and how they're pulling the armor off, and the broken leg, and the makeup and prosthetics in this, top notch. HBO, Max, whatever, you're hitting on all cylinders yet again. So, and then Allison's coming up, and she's kind of bothering the maester. I forget the maester's name. She's bothering him, and then Aemon just walks in, just rolls up, and, like, because There was a scene with her when they're bringing Aegon in, and she looks at the blade, the dagger that has the message, Song of Ice and Fire, the one, the dagger, the Valerian dagger. She's like, "Oh, I know what you're up to." And he just walks in, and she's just looking at him like, "Oh, okay, that is not my son. That's somebody else." But she knows what's up. And then even Cole, when she's talking to Christian Cole, Sir Crispin, and she's like, "How did it really happen? Tell me what's up." And he's like, yeah, that's what happened." But you know how Cole is. Cole's one of those, man. That dude, he's such a simp for everybody, ain't he? He is the weakest Kingsguard I've ever seen. And no fault to the actor that plays him. You're doing a great job. But this dude is like, you can call him a Chad, simp. You can call him a lot of things. And I'm going to get to something that Allison called him that really fits his nature, which Allison in this episode I was seeing it. I was feeling Allison a little bit, although I don't like the Greens or Allison. I really think this whole war and everything started because she had a misunderstanding. We'll put it that way. But like, Cole is just something else, ain't he? And then he knows it too. He's like, this stuff's foul, man. Stuff's foul, and I'm involved in it because I put myself in it. Well, you know what? You laid your bed, bro. Sleep in it. So, and then Rainier's performance, like Emma Darcy, all over this, so good, so good. There's going to be another award coming for it. Yeah, she's so good. But we'll get into her because she's got a lot of key parts. Even though this episode was real Jace and Bela heavy, which I did like, we're starting to see some of the characters that were there, but now they're putting them in the forefront, which I really did like. But yeah. So, where am I at? Oh yeah. And Jace and Bela, oh, they're such a good couple. You can tell that they love each other. And then when he was trying to walk past, like, "Yeah, I'm going over there. I'm not telling my mom." And she put her hand out and stopped him, like, "Yo, if you're going to do that, you're going to tell me what's really going on." And their chemistry together, I love it. And it seems like they're bringing so much to life from the books. They're changing a lot from the book, but they're adding it from a perspective where we can see it visually. Like we can read it, but now we're seeing it, you know, which is great, But the two of them, and he's literally like, "Well, then don't tell her that I'm going to do this, that I'm going to get an ally." And she's like, "Okay." And he's like, "Well, I love you, Bill. I love you, Bill. Just give me a head start so you don't get in trouble with anybody." And I'm giving you, their chemistry is great. Oh, the two of them are so great together. Those two, that actress oh, they're so good. Yeah. And then I really thought that like if Bela and Jace were in charge, let's say let's turn the tables, and it was supposed to fall on them, and they were fighting for it. I really think that their couple dynamic is greater than Daemon and Rhaenyra's dynamic by far. By far. Their camera, they just work well with each other. And you can tell that Jace loves her and Bella loves Jace. So, very good. But Daemon is smooth, man. In this episode, Daemon is smooth. Like when he's negotiating, that dude is with it, man. And then him and Willem Blackwood, that scene, and that scene when, all right, he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna get the Blackwoods, we're gonna get the Brackens on our side by force." And then when the Bracken Lord was like, "Nah, well, we choose fire, whatever. We've been killing each other for a long time. Who cares?" You know. And then, the way Willem looks at him, like when Damon's on Caracas, he's like, "Are you gonna do something?" Like, "Dude, I'm gonna kill this guy right now. Like, I'm literally gonna fight him right now." You know what I mean? And then Damon, and you think that Carax's going to do. I love that. And then them sitting on the rock. So the two of them together it was hilarious. And he's talking to Will. Damon's talking to Willem. He's like, "Yo, I didn't. I really thought they would have gave up with a dragon there." He's like, "I guess these guys are more willing to die than I thought. That's crazy." He's like, "I can't use my normal stuff." And then Willem's getting all frustrated and everything. And then Damon tells him literally like, "Yo, chill out, bro. Chill out. All right, we tried that, but I am a man that will go to plenty extents to get stuff accomplished. So you listen to me. I'll tell you what. Just persuade him." See, Damon is he's that he leaves like a not open-ended questions, but he leaves everything open to interpretation. Like I just gave you advice, but don't tell. You can't look at me and say that I told you to do it. I'm just saying. Damon's so sneaky. Oh man. One Black was like, "Oh yeah, we got it." Just that's funny. And then the two of them are good. I want to see more of them. I actually, because I think Willem Blackwood is that actor that they cast for a reason. So definitely going to be very involved, and they are changing some stuff from the books, people. So we got to be wary of that. So yeah, we got to see the Veil. The Veil is freaking beautiful. Like, why would anybody ever leave there? But why do you have to live so high? But I get it. Makes it impenetrable, and you have to go up. Yeah, and it's just beautiful. And that scene with Lady Aaron, and we got some Raina. That actress is good. We got some Raina. That was good. And she's sitting there like, look, I'm here. I was sent here. All right. So now you're interrogating me. And to no fault of her own, Lady Aaron was kind of disappointed. Like, you gave me eggs and a small dragon. Like that. Would she say I have hounds or something? Like, could defend this castle or defend this place more than that. But I really feel like there was a kind of, hey, I need a dragon. And then Rhaenyra kind of played her a little bit. It was like, oh, I'll send you a dragon, but just you didn't kind of say it's like that used car salesman, like, oh yeah, I forgot about the alternator. You don't need it, you know? So I understand where Lady Aaron's coming from. And she's good too. Those two going back and forth, Raina and Lady Aaron, that was good too, because it was you finally got some screen time for that actress, which was good. But I did like that scene. And then Rhaenyra going through it, ain't she? So we're gonna talk about Rhaenyra a little bit. She's like, everything's broke. I got my councils all over the place. I don't know what's going on. Where's Damon at? And I feel it. And Emma Darcy yet again, great performance. But she goes to a whole more council meetings, other meetings. You know, she's like, why can't I do stuff? I'm supposed to be the queen, but then you got to look at it from the other aspect. The council's probably looking at it like, look what happened to Aegon when he jumped out. So maybe we could have done that before, but we're too far in. So I understand that from the council, from the Black Council. But and Rhaenyra and Bella, see, it's a lot Bella heavy, which I do like. Can we just give Rhaenyra the mom of the year? Look at how Alicent raised her kids, and they're all monsters. Look at how Rhaenyra raised her kids and her stepchildren by Daemon. You know, she took them in like they were her own. No problem. And she just sits down there and they're talking about stories about the queen that ever was, Rhaenys. And it was just, you could just feel it. It was just like, they were just so relieved. She's just a good mother. Like, Allison did all that prim and proper stuff when they were young. And the one that was wild and rambunctious is the best mother ever. So, yeah. And I'm getting tired of the Daemon visions. I get it. And there was a weird one. I don't even want to talk about it that was in there. It is a big big part of it if you watch it, but I did not. Yeah, it was a little weird, but I've got enough of Harrenhal. I think Harrenhal has taken up too much of the season, and I know it is very important. The book is a very strategic place, but we need to move on. Although I do like Simon Strong, I like Simon Strong, Lord Strong. That's basically squatting, but yeah, squatting in a wrecked castle. I do like that, but yeah, they have great Damon and Simon Strong. Is it Simon? I'm sorry. I'll just keep saying Lord Strong. The two of them acting, Matt Smith and that guy, are it's hilarious. It's so funny because you got this live wire and you got this dude that's trying to stay calm, cool, and collective, and be like, I do not want to set this guy off. What do I say? And when he wants me to say something, he literally says I said the wrong thing that he wanted me to say. So he's kind of on the fence, and it's so funny their interactions together, you know. And then when he's like, "What do you call king?" When Dame was like, What do you call a person that's married to a queen?" He's like, "Well, king." He's like, "So then call me king." He was like, "Oh, but you're king." You know what I mean? If you watch it, you know what I mean. So yeah. So Damon's doing his own thing. Damon's flip flopping. They both got that lovers quarrel. I get it. So, and he wants throne. He thinks he was better for the throne. So there's kind of some, how can you say, jealousy. But he does say certain thing that you might take a different way. He does say in that one scene where he's like, I'm gonna get this army, and then I'm gonna go take King's Landing, and if my wife, the queen, wants to come, she can come and we can rule together. Which was really, yet again, leaves everything open to interpretation. He did say, yeah, I just want to be called king. She can be queen. But we don't know Damon's mind. Damon's crazy. Damon could be one of those like, just let me do the battle stuff. You say I'm king, but you do all the other good stuff over there. And then, you know, so he likes being a bad guy. But yeah. And then we have the council where literally you see the Green Council where literally they tell we need somebody to rule in Aegon's stead. Like we have to. We can't do this. There has to be a head figure. There has to be somebody there sitting in a throne. And I'm not talking about a hand of the king, or a king consort or prince consort. And Aemon just sitting over there biting at the bit. Biting at the bit like, I already got it all figured out. Well, he did. Because Allison tried to sit there. Well, I ruled it in when Viserys was not able to rule. And we're like, yeah, that was during a time of war. They just don't like women ruling in Game of Thrones universe. I mean, it was like that in the medieval days as well. So they just don't like it. And you got old simp Kristen Cole sitting there. So they doing this vote. And she literally saying that, yo, my son's too young. And like kind of like downgrading him. He's just sitting there like, yo, we already figured this out. Sit down. And that was very unique when she lost all her power and had that panic attack, because it was like, I literally did this to myself. That moment is so important, I think, in this show. When you see Allison sitting there and she's like, I have totally lost everything. Everything. There's nothing I can do to come back. So, yeah. Well, serves her right. So, got overruled. Aemon's there. And I did like how Laris is like, yeah, well, you know, you need to stay back because I can't. Don't look at me on this one. So, I'm trying to stay where I'm at. Because I was put here. Sorry. I mean, I got promoted, not by you, by the king, and the new prince consort is keeping me here. Sorry. And then Cole, soft as Play-Doh. He bowed out too. So all your allies out. See, that's what happens, Allison. So yeah, and then I don't know. It's weird in certain parts because with the visions, I can't stand the visions. And then Aemon is so obsessed with that throne. It's insane how much he's obsessed with it. Like he's just sitting there, like just staring at it, like this is finally mine. His obsession is crazy, and it just shows you his character with Vagar. And I don't think that thing with Luke was a mistake now, or that mistake led into his madness and his bloodthirst. Oh man. And I did like it. In that scene. Finally, they're like, "Can you please cut down the not please, but anyone's like, and can we cut down the effing rat catchers? Like seriously." So that part was kind of comedic relief because a lot of people have been saying like, "Why are they still hanging? Why do we keep seeing them?" And then that poor thing with the dog with Cheese. The dog really loved him, so him kicking the dog, man, give him a break. But and then Allison just rolls out with the city folk and literally calls Christian Cole a moth. That is awesome. She called this dude a moth. You couldn't even be a butterfly. You went in the crystal estate and came out a moth. Oh, and then Jace doing his campaign, and I like when he called the phrase out. That was for the phrase for their bridge. He was like, you keep talking about a dragon that's legions away, and I'm right here with my dragon. My dragon may not be the biggest, but it can definitely do work on you right now. So that was cool. So Jace stepped up doing his thing. I like Jace. And then why does everybody want Harrenhal? So that's the agreement. What is up with a Harrenhal? I get it with Harrenhal. It's big as you know how long that would take to build, to fix. They showed in this episode a little bit, but like take too long. But I guess you want the lands around it too while you're building it. I don't know. I'm done with Harrenhal. It's a little bit too much. But yeah. Damon's out there doing construction, doing his thing, helping out, helping hand. And then Allison is talking to him like, hey, you had the Blackwoods do their persuasion thing, and a lot of innocent people are dying. All of a sudden, you want to act brand new. Old Alice Rivers. What is it, the Woods Witch or whatever they call her? So, yeah. Why are you trying to act like a saint now like you care? You're manipulating everything. You're enhancing the haunting of the castle. But okay, yeah, whatever. And then we see a scene which is weird. I don't know. I have to go back to find where he basically unites because of what Damon persuaded Willem Blackwood to do. Kind of worked out. So he's got the Blackwoods and the Brackens, but then he loses the Riverlands because Damon's not thinking about anything. He's so in this trance state, and when he snaps out of it, he doesn't know how to react right now. He needs to get out of Harrenhal. So, and then we got Bella gives the best pep talk to Corlys, her grandfather. They're talking about her grandmother, talking about stuff, and then Corlys sitting there all broken, and she kind of brings him out of it, and then he's like, "I want you to be there, the Lord of the Tides," and how she looks at her grandfather like, "Thank you," but she said it the other way too, not fire and blood. She said, "I am blood and fire, blood of the dragon." Don't sleep on Bella. Don't sleep on her. I'm telling you, she's just like her father and just like her mother. So she's like, you want to take the hand of the king or not? Or hand of the queen, I'm sorry. You want to take the pin of hand of the queen? Then take it. So that was good. And you know, then we get somebody on a mission to go get Damon. Got that. They're gonna get Damon. Rhaenyra still doesn't trust Daemon. So I'm pretty sure it'll change. Because I'm pretty sure they're going to take King's Landing together. It'll change. And that look, when Jace comes back, and that look that Rhaenyra gave Jace, I like that. I like that. Like, you're my son. I know you're there. But tell me these things. Ask me this. I sit here all the time. I want to go out there and fight. I want to go do it. But apparently nobody agrees. They want me to be safe. And Aegon getting burnt like that doesn't help my case to go out there to defend the crown that I want, the throne that I want. So, and you could tell she just loves Jace. She just wants to fight. She's like, Jace, just give it a chance. I'm protecting you. I don't want to lose you like we lost Luke. That's a mother's care. She's mother of the year. And then I love how she's like, well, you see what happened to Aegon, or he could be dead or whatever. And I like how Jace was like, just carried his blade and was like, well, is he dead? Because he looked like he didn't care at all. And then Jace comes through yet again. He was like, well, what if I were to tell you that I know history too? Because you could tell when he was looking at those books, he already knew, just glancing at it. So he's well knowledge in Targaryen history, and he knows the bollocks of it and the real stuff. And he said, what if I were to tell you I got a plan? It's the sowing of the dragon seeds. And the way Rhaenyra said, it would be mad. But damn, are you good, my son. So, yeah. But that's all I got. That's my spoiler review. This one is long. I do apologize. But if you stayed through all the video, I want everyone to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be doing Game of Thrones stuff even after House of Dragon ends. So I'm going to keep that going. So, yeah, just like, subscribe. It's too easy, right? And I want everyone to subscribe. And I do mean everyone.